What's good, y'all? This is Everything's Blurred, episode 24. Kobe. Got the Kobe on. Mamba.
Just the Kobe. Actually, do you have a Kobe shirt on?
Yeah, I got the Kobe. I got the GG and Kobe.
Okay, see. For those of you who did not watch the last episode, which was the Jordan episode 23. These niggas ran and got their J's and got they throwback jerseys. And
like I said, like we said, right we don't know what you're talking about, bro. What you talking about, bro? We were ready. What you talking about?
Like they planned it, you know what I mean? You know. So check that episode. Check the early part of that episode, and just to rehash. Let's talk about lying ass niggas.
Whatever. But anyway, episode
what's good, folks?
Yeah, this is yours truly.
Go ahead, my fault. I keep
he trying to clear it. Yeah, I was ready. Whatever. What's good, y'all? This is Breon here.
It's your man Tommy. Here for the Kobe. Let's go.
Yeah.
Here for the Griffey.
Yeah, he's only no
Griffey too. No disrespect to Kobe, but here for the Griffey.
Yeah, Griffey. Yep. Who else? Who else was 20? That was it. If you want to go Jack Bauer with it, if you was fans of 24, hey, what's up?
Here for the Jack Bauer or the Jack Flowers, whichever one you prefer.
Yeah.
Boondocks fans, what up?
Yeah. Shout out to Sean. You see, only 2/3 of us up here. Sean is MIA for the moment, so he be back hopefully next episode. So
next episode next week, Easter Sunday.
Yep.
So actually, we might have to coordinate something.
Yeah.
As you know. Mm-hmm. Y'all niggas be in church for 17 hours on Easter Sunday, man.
No, whatever.
So it was good, man. It's been a good week. Good weather for the weekend, with the exception of Sunday, which, you know, but I'll take that. I'll take the Friday was good. The Saturday was good. You get in anything, go outside, get some air, get some sun.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Early spring weather. Hopefully,
coronavirus cases ticking back up again, even though the vaccine is going out, but you know.
Restrictions are easing up, even though still.
Keep my mask out here.
You know.
Yeah, restrictions are easing up. There's a couple spots though that I'm like, yo, fam, y'all doing way too much.
Yeah. Miami Beach.
Way too much right now.
Miami Beach.
Also, I've been seeing people post about niggas is 32 going to spring break. Niggas is 40 at spring break. What? I'm like, hey, yo, real talk. If you 32 at spring break, but you got a job, you got real responsibilities, you got bills, you holding it down.
You got kids.
You got kids, but you ain't, no, I'm not even gonna throw that in, cause but if you got kids, but you and their mom not together and they with their mom and you got that time, cool. But if you, but you can't be ducking your child support or your parental responsibilities to go to Miami for spring break. Come on now. You know what I mean? But you know, you need a break sometimes, you know what I'm saying? You know, college kids, all they got to worry about is class. You just worried about these grades.
Yeah, for real.
I'm worried about this mortgage. I'm worried about this car payment. I'm worried about this health insurance. worry about these kids' grades. I'm worried about COVID.
For real, that's the main thing. But yeah, Miami Beach is wilding.
But with all that said, Miami Beach was a little extra out of control for spring break in the pandemic. Like, yo.
Yeah.
Like people was just too excited to be outside again. Like,
yeah. Yeah.
I thought I saw you down there, but I was like, nah.
No, you got jokes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
No, but that's not big. Oh, okay. All right.
Oh man. But
before we get into it, actually, let me just put out there, I did start WandaVision. I saw episode 1. Little in the dark still. I like how they, I like the whole little old school sitcom feel to it. There's like the I Love Lucy feel, you know what I mean? The black and white, the boss got to come through and have dinner and all that kind of nonsense. Sleeping in separate beds, all of that. But yeah. Still a little lost, still a little in the dark as far as where this is gonna go.
Watching.
But at least I got on. I should have binge watched the first 3, maybe the first 4, like I was advised to. But shit happens and things fell asleep. But
it's cool. Yeah, between like during that episode 3, that's when things get interesting. So it's like, yeah, okay. All right, cool. All right, it's you understand what's going on.
Yeah. So sticking with the Disney, with the Disney Plus and the
Marvel
MCU.
Yep.
Falcon and Winter Soldier episode 2.
Yep.
I assume you've seen it.
Yep.
Spoiler alert for anybody who has not seen it yet. But what were your thoughts, sir?
I like it. I like how, I remember when after the first episode, people was complaining how boring it was and how it wasn't that much action. And I'm like, to me, it's like, come on, y'all, it's going to be 6 episodes. It's going to get better as time goes on, as for the episodes. Y'all, these are the same people that was complaining about WandaVision, the first 2 episodes, and then they love it after the 3rd episode. So
y'all need to chill, man.
Yeah. Y'all need to chill. They ain't gonna give you everything all in one episode. So it's like, yeah, and also I love
let it cook.
I love how like they really showing the humanity side of both Bucky and Sam. Just showing them as human beings. Even though Bucky, he has this super serum, and Sam not, but he's just a regular guy. And also too, just on both sides, really, I love how they the PTSD on both Sam, on Bucky, and also the trauma he's going to mentally, trying to, from his Winter Soldier past. And, I just love how they showing on Sam's side how it is just to be a Black man in America, and also he had the responsibility to take over the mantle, and then it's like they really showing it slowly but surely as the season progresses. Each episode.
I'm glad you brought that up, that point, because I forgot about that. But yeah, the humanity. I think they always kind of show that humanity with Sam's character, even going back to the Captain America films. But Bucky was just a murderous nigga. Just murderous, like super thorough with it. And so I appreciate that. That one therapy session was kind of crazy. But also it showed how Bucky was feeling about Sam not picking up the shield and taking the shield and being the new Captain America.
Yeah, that line he said about how, you know, yeah, if Steve was wrong about you, then he was wrong about me. I'm like, damn, yeah, I'm glad he went there too. So like, yeah, they show like, you know, how jealous he is.
I don't think he's jealous. I think he's just like
if you ain't gonna do nothing.
He knew Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
Sam knew Steve Rogers, and he's one of the that's the link between them two, really. You know.
Yeah.
So,
and also too, he knew that Bucky knew he wasn't mentally fit to, you know, carry on that mantle because he was still going through his trauma from getting his mind together, and also too still dwelling off the, you know, the nightmares and what he did in the past, you know, trying to redo his wrongs, rewrite his wrongs, right his wrongs, you can say. So yeah.
What was up with the other dude, the old black dude, who's super soldier?
Yeah. So he's part of the comics.
He aged.
Yeah. So he's part
Bucky
of the comics.
Was on some vampire shit.
Well, remember, he was frozen.
Well, he was frozen, actually. Excuse me. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. He was frozen. Also, I thought it was funny, too, where it was like, actually, it's a white wolf. And he's like, what?
Yeah. But they mentioned that in, Black Panther, so I'm good. Yeah. Isaiah Bradley, he, if you read the comics, he was definitely was the first super soldier. He was the first Black Captain America. He came out in the comics.
Oh.
Yeah.
So in the in the episode, Sam was a little pissed off because he was like, "You mean they had black super soldiers?"
Yeah.
But he was actually a Black Captain America.
Yeah, in the comics, he was. I like how they, telling his story. Hopefully, I know they're gonna show more of him in the next coming episodes, hopefully. And also too, he has a grandson that's the kid in the scene too, and he's
the kid
also
that opened the door.
Yeah, that's his grandson, but they ain't mention his name. But his the comics, his name is Elijah Bradley, and he also he became a young patriot, and he was part of the Young Avengers. So hopefully they show them too again. I know they will later on in the next couple episodes. But I do like how they like telling the story.
So do you think they're going to tell the story where Isaiah is pissed off because he was Captain America and some foul shit went down over time or whatever. And, Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, they already kind of like explained that while he was telling the story, how he met Bucky.
I thought he was just pissed because of like same thing with Bucky. Like Bucky was brainwashed and was an assassin. I thought that basically the same kind of shit happened to him, and that he still has those same thoughts, nightmares, all that kind of stuff too. And you saw how he picked up the joint and threw it up at the wall. Like, it was like, oh shit, okay. He's got skills.
Yeah, so I'm thinking like, I'm thinking they're gonna do him like they do like the ski experiment. How that they said that he was in prison for 30 years and they was taking his blood and all that stuff. So so I'm definitely and I want to know is his taking his blood and all that is part of the reason why the Flag Smashers, the villains in the show, they got their super serum. So hopefully that's gonna. Yeah, hopefully I hope they explain him more of his backstory. They show like flashbacks of him when he was
Oh, okay. So off of him then, because there's only going to be so much that we can talk about before they actually get into it, or speculation. But what you said about Sam being a black man, with how the police acted.
Yeah.
In Baltimore, by the way, where that was.
Yeah, Baltimore.
Yeah. So, I don't know if they actually filmed in Baltimore.
No, that was Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that drone shot, yeah, that was definitely us. But yeah, that drone shot, that was definitely us. But yeah,
but yeah, the way the cops reacted, where it's like, this isn't no hidden identity. Like everybody knows this dude is the Falcon. You know what I mean? But he has to have those issues. And then the other dude, the white dude, Bucky, ends up getting arrested after all of that.
Yeah.
But so
yeah,
yeah.
that part,
Now,
that scene was great. But also it was like, oh, sorry, Mr. Wilson, we didn't recognize you with the goggles. I'm like, oh, what that's when like for real, like, yo, it yeah. And then they all asked him, Bucky, is he barbing you? And then Bucky was like defending, like, do you know who this man is? Like, yo,
right. And it's funny because when they in episode 1, when they went to the bank, he was like,
yeah,
you know me from somewhere.
Yeah.
But in this instance, I got the sense that he didn't want Bucky to have to say that for these police officers to back off and for doing nothing.
Yeah, but that scene with the bank, that was still crazy how, like, even though the banker was like, yeah, you look familiar, and like Sam was kind of like, even though he thought he had money in the bank, and he wasn't trying to use his superhero celebrity to, I guess he thought that he wasn't going to do it at first, but when he said he recognized, he thought he was going to, that's going to help him get the loan. Come to find out, he, his sister knew all along how it was going to play out, and definitely, I thought that scene.
I'm more interested now in what's been going on with his sister and what she's had to deal with to hold it down while he's been out.
Yeah, because they said the parents
so
are gone, and she's a widow, and she's raising 2 sons.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. And trying to hold down the family business, but she want to get rid of the family business, but Sam don't want to. So,
yes.
Yeah.
It's really the boat. I don't even know if it's the business. It's the boat. But the boat is the business. So
yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested in that too. More into that. But can we get into how the new Captain America is a dick? Like, he's a straight asshole for real. Like, yo, word? Okay. Like, at first you think like, oh, okay, maybe he might be a good guy, nice dude, whatever. But once he's like, don't get in my way, it's like, oh shit, nigga, really? All right, you came to us.
Yeah, I like how, like, you. Yeah, I like how they, like, especially too in the beginning, like, they explore his backstory too, how he, and you can tell that he was nervous about taking over the Captain America thing, and he said he wasn't down for the interviews, he just wanted to do the work, he still had that, I just want to say today, he want to be the hero, he didn't want to be a celebrity. Yeah. Then he got his boy with him, and also that they both part of the comics. So you got John Walker, who's the U.S. agent in the comics, and then you have his boy Lamar Hopkins, who was Battlestar, and he's also another part of the comics. He was like a mix of, he was a good guy, then he was a bad guy in the comics. So it was like it was all part of the Captain America storyline as well.
Now, are they both super soldiers?
In the comics, they were. They had the serum. But
I mean, just because he put that suit on, don't make him Captain America. Like, you know what I'm saying? Captain America was on some extra shit.
So they made, on this one, I don't know, maybe he's just a regular guy. He's very skilled, very, he was the top of his ranks, won medals and all that stuff. And yeah, I'm kind of impressed how well he can handle that shield. But so yeah, but I'm kind of curious to see how they're going to. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So I'm kind of curious how, they're going to play his story out too. Like, is he gonna turn bad, or he's gonna like, I don't know. Yeah, they making him such a dick for real, but it's still it's like, yo. Shout out to Rod Russell. He looked just like his dad, Kurt Russell, and Goldie Hawn.
Oh shit, that's Kurt Russell's kid.
Yeah, and
Kurt
Goldie
Russell
Hawn.
and Goldie Hawn. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, he definitely got that Snake Plissken. The Snake Plissken.
Yeah, is he gonna be? He's not going to be in the Metal Gear movie, is he?
I don't think so.
Okay, all right. He don't have that Steve Rogers like clear skin, pretty boy shit going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He seemed kind of like country, diesel kind of guy in shape and everything, but he kind of seemed like he got like that country kind of swag.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But anyway, okay, yeah. I'm curious how they going to develop them two characters, because I was like, okay, all right, new Captain America, and then he got his boy with him. They that syndicate group or whatever,
Flag Smashers, yeah,
they are they're a force to be reckoned with as well.
Yeah,
they set it up. They set up that whole thing basically to draw out the Avengers, or Captain America, and yeah. But at the same time, they're on the run, on underground, and it seemed like I was waiting on them to possibly want to even kill the dudes who set up the little safe house for them or whatever. Like, oh, so pleasure to meet y'all. Yeah, my wife. We set all this up. We got clean everything. We got good food. Blah blah blah. More people are joining. And I thought it was going to be like, son, you talking way too much. You know what I mean? They might look at you as a problem. You might be a loose end that need to get tied up the way you talking.
Yeah, and then you got the power broker. That's the people that's after them.
Okay.
That's that. Yeah. So they're gonna hopefully they're definitely gonna mention them. He's also part of comics too. I don't know much about power broker like that, but he was pretty much they stole the serum and all that from him. So that's why they on the run. So and all the medical
all
stuff.
those vaccines, that's actually super soldier serum, or?
Yeah, I think it's like I know it's some other stuff too, but definitely that's what they stole. But from
all right, now
Power Broker.
This series is only supposed to be what, 6 episodes?
Yeah, 6 episodes. So yeah.
So we 2 episodes in. We done talked about a lot of different things, a lot of things they introduced and all that. So clearly it's going to be some stuff either left out or that they're setting up to get to the movie.
No, I think they're going to cover a lot through these next coming episodes. I mean,
and these joints is only 30 minutes, if that.
No, it's actually 45 really.
45. Okay. All of them?
This one, I mean, the Falcon one's more long. It's more like 45. It's because the Wanda was like a half an hour. This is definitely felt like it's like 45 minutes at least. So they can cover a lot. I mean, they cover a lot in these last episode, in my opinion. And you know what I'm saying? They're gonna get to meeting Zemo and trying to talk with him. So it's like So I think they can do it. I mean, they definitely want to cover all areas of what's going on. Here, see everybody's side of the story, hopefully. But yeah.
Well, so far, I personally am happy that I have started watching it as it's been released, and Disney is doing that thing cinematically. The fight scenes, the action. It's movie level shit. So
yeah, it was crazy.
Kudos to them.
people thought it wasn't possible for them to do this, but I mean,
in the words of Huey with a slight twist, I'm not sure that they're familiar with the level at which niggas love the MCU. Straight
so
up.
yeah, we'll see. But we'll see, man. Like I said, I'm loving like how real like they're exploring the different themes. So they're definitely exploring like especially that conversation that Sam had with Rhodey in the first episode. And I got a feeling like, Don Cheadle gonna be back too again in another episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like I'm glad they did that too, because it was kind of like Don was like basically saying, so what's up? You try to do this or what?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, it feels like it belongs to somebody else. Cool, we got to move on.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, we definitely see how definitely. I mean, like I said, I think they can cover a lot in these next coming episodes. Like I said, this one is like more. They got more time compared to WandaVision. It's like 45 minutes. Then the credits is like maybe 5-10 minutes long, at least.
The credits as long as fuck for TV show.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
But all right. So,
And they haven't started doing the post scenes yet. They did WandaVision like later on, but they ain't started yet on this one yet.
So for the next episode, refresh me, who was Zemo?
In Civil War, remember? He was the guy that
he's the one that got them basically fighting each other, right?
Yeah, pretty much. He was the one that had the code for Bucky. He was the one that he had the code word for Bucky to go turn Winter Soldier. Because he was mad, because he was upset, because all this because the on Age of Ultron, they when the Avengers was fighting Ultron, and that I forgot what it was, a foreign land up in Russia, and they caused so much damage that they said that his family, his wife and kids was killed during that time. So he like kind of regret, because he wanted them to leave during the time when it happened, but he said, "Don't worry, the Avengers got you." So he blames on the Avengers for all the damage that happened, and since his family and his kid and his wife and kids was killed, so that's what started him to like all that plot he was doing in Civil War, from killing the bombing and in the UN meeting with T'Challa and all them. And, yeah.
That son of a bitch. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm kind of curious to see what his how he gonna be involved in all this too. Even though they're gonna talk to him and ask him questions about this flag smashes in the next episode. So yeah. But yeah, but I just like I said, the human side, I like how they exploring, like showing Bucky and Sam, just the humanity side of them, and just also too what they trying to cope with, also too being not around with Steve, because Steve used to be like the leader and run things, and now they got
Steve had a plan.
Yeah, had a plan. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so it's like they both live in a world where it's like they don't have Steve around. And especially felt sorry for Bucky, because he's like 106 years old. He don't know how to handle the current times and all that stuff.
Man, that's just so crazy how
he's by himself. And he's by himself too. He ain't got no family or nothing. But yeah.
I know, but it's just so crazy how they set it up, where he was friends with that Japanese dude or Korean dude or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's because I guess he's trying to make amends
for
killing his son.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Yeah.
His son was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, for real.
Yeah, for real. Really was.
I didn't see anything.
Yeah.
Well, Yeah, let's make sure.
Then he was talking about he was doing online dating, and then the old man hooked him up with the
Mm-hmm.
cute Asian waitress.
Mm-hmm.
They had a little date. And that's an interesting date. I ain't gonna lie. Like, yeah, we had drinks, we playing Battleship, okay. And she asked me all these questions, okay.
You was with that shit, huh?
I just thought that was interesting. That's like interesting. Like, yeah, she said, let's play some Battleship. Like, what? Like, dang.
I thought that was funny how he was like, I read The Hobbit when the shit came out.
Yeah, when it came out. Yeah.
So you see what I'm saying, right? No,
nigga.
No.
Yeah. And then they brought it back again when John Walker, like, yeah, it's all about the big three: androids, aliens, and it was they brought
Wizards.
it back. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just love how Bucky keep like mugging the hell out of John Walker. Like, he's like, yo, is he gonna stay at me like that? He's like, yeah, you can get used to it. And then he was like, he was like, no. He's like, you don't deserve that shield. All right, stop the car. I'm out.
Well, wait, no. What's the Battlestar? So what is that in relation to Bucky, and what pisses him off and triggers him when dude says I'm part of Battlestar?
No, Battlestar is what's him called, John Walker's boy. That was his name.
His boy, yeah.
No, he's part of the comics, but he's another character. He was also like John Walker, a super soldier in the comics, and he was also part good, part bad guy in the comics. But I don't know how they're gonna play out in this one. But I'm trying to.
No, but when he said that, and Bucky was like, all right, stop the car.
No, he was saying like when John Walker, he was saying like, yeah, I need you guys because and he called them Steve's wingman, like, yeah, and he was like, oh, yeah, he wanted his Captain America sidekicks to help him out. Okay, whatever. Make him look good. Yeah, but I'm just curious to see how they're gonna happen throughout the rest of the episode. Hopefully, it gets definitely it'll get better. They're gonna introduce Cho Shannon Carter and all them, and Zemo gonna have his play. But definitely the Isaiah Bradley scene, that was something. Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, moving on, man. So Suicide Squad, man. So we got
that's sequel. All you.
Yeah, that's all I know.
I haven't seen the I saw that the trailer came out, but then I saw Idris Elba was in it and some other niggas, and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
So
those that's familiar with the 2017 one with Will Smith and Margaret Robbie, and she's still there. Harley Quinn is still there. So is Viola Davis as Amanda Water. Also too, I forgot his name, but he's playing Rick Flag. He was the guy in charge of the whole making sure they all keeping them in check. And also his love interest was a Lantris in the first one, which I thought that was, to me, I didn't care too much about the first one. It was all right. It wasn't, could have been better, a lot better. But this is a new director, James Gunn, who directed the Guardians of the Galaxy films for Marvel. So he did something for DC. And I thought this was going to be a reboot, but now this is a sequel. So they got Idris Elba playing Bloodsport, which is a character in the DC comics. And they got like a whole bunch of people, a lot of people. It's like more people than the first one. And half of them gonna be dead probably in the when they start their mission. So you got John Cena as a Peacemaker, and that's crazy. He got his own show coming up, a spin-off show after he did this film. It's gonna be on HBO Max. I think later this year. Yeah.
As this DC character?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So they got like King Shark. If you're familiar with that's like one of the bad guys in the Flash, especially on the TV show. So he Sylvester Stallone, he's playing the voice of him in the movie. So they really showing him eating folks. Like damn. So it's like yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
so this one it's gonna be more crazier than the first one, and I think it's gonna be better, definitely better. I trust James Gunn, and I mean he knows what he's doing, especially to what he did with the Guardian of the Galaxy films. So yeah, it comes out in August. That's all I got for y'all so far. Yeah,
Now, do you
HBO
think this
Max
was?
and titties. Yeah.
You think this was part of DC's plans? Or do you think they saw like the initial response to the first one and was like, all right, we got to go a whole nother route, but we want to keep Harley Quinn, we want to keep Viola Davis, we going to add some bunch of new shit, and
I think they wanted
we're
Will
going to
Smith
steal
back.
the MCU director.
Yeah, cause I knew like they wanted Will Smith to come back, but I think he couldn't do it because he had to do that either Bad Boys for Life or that King Richard film that he's doing that's coming out. That he's playing the father
Oh,
of
Venus and Serena's
yeah,
pops,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
That's the name of the film, King Richard.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Speaking of Will, I checked out at least half of Gemini Man.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a bad concept at all, but the special effects was just too crazy for me. The special effects was too crazy for me, and yeah, like it was kind of like it was kind of like Jason Bourne meets some Will Smith shit. If that makes sense. It was all right. It had its moments, but I gotta finish it. But but it was cool. It was cool. It was cool. The special effects though, a little work. Maybe they could have got like a younger version of him to play him instead of, I don't know. I feel like they tried to CGI it too much.
Yeah, because I heard that the scene when he fighting himself, that took like a week to film.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I still ain't seen it.
It's still, to me, it looked like he was fighting a video game character almost. You know what I mean? Like the T-1000 version of himself. And you know what I'm saying? And it could have been, I think it could have been hot. I think it could have been much better for real. But the CGI and how they were doing it and stuff, it wasn't terrible or anything, but it's just certain action films when I've seen like them be able to do some stuff a little bit better, and I was like, yeah, all right, okay. So yeah.
Yeah, so the Suicide Squad, I don't know, to answer your question though, it's like I know they wanted to do a sequel. I mean, I know the movie didn't do too well, the first one, but I knew they were trying to like redo itself, try to have like Will back again and all that stuff. And I don't know. And then also too, like I said, they got like more characters and a bigger cast on this one compared to the first one. And also too, since the Snyder Cut is been out, and now that people, fans, they want to see the whole Snyder. They want to restore the whole SnyderVerse. Like they want, they also they claim that they got petitions around, and also too is word that the original director David Eller who directed the first Suicide Squad, he had like that's not the his version that we saw in the theaters. So it said it was the director's cut of that, and now fans want to see that one.
I want to know, like, how did the decision to even have the Snyder Cut be released come? Like, who made that decision? Because I feel like that opened Pandora's box for all the people who have been dissatisfied with DC and, you know, the films they've been putting out. To now basically ask, no, I want to see all of this. I want to see the director cut for this. I want to see, you know, I'm questioning everything.
Yeah, so I think, I don't know. It's like I said, we talked about it. Ooh, thunderstorming, and I don't know how it is on your side, but definitely the rain coming.
It's coming, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm hearing the thoughts. The lights did flicker a little bit, but what's my call?
Oh,
like I said, I know we talked about this in the last 2 episodes of how, like, you know, what's DC doing? That's how, you know, the way they're not organizing their films, it's different compared with Marvel. Marvel, they on point with it, like, for real. So it's like and also to the whole from DC, just from the Ray Fisher situation, who played Cyborg, his situation, how he felt, you know, the abuse and the harassment he felt with Josh Whedon when they did the reboot, and all of a sudden he was mad because some of the execs of Warner, they wasn't backing him up. So definitely, yeah, I don't know who's, like, as far as, like, they need like a new.
It's like you got the direction. It just seems is all over the place, and then you got somebody who and prior to this being released, you know, you have folks like yourself and Sean and some other folks telling me, oh yeah, no, it's this Ray Fisher dude, Cyborg, oh, that would have been hot, da 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 da. And then the Snyder Cut comes out and you see, and it's like, yo, that was tough.
Yeah, it was.
And you know, and it has all these characters and stuff that were not included in the theatrical release and stuff. And it's like, yo, this is a completely different movie. Like,
yeah,
it's not like when you be getting like DVDs or Blu-rays back in the day. It's like extended scenes, you know, where it'll be like, oh, okay, this is, you know, show a little bit. No, nigga, this is a whole different movie. So, yeah, I feel like they just opened Pandora's box to basically allow people to take more swings at the DC pinata. And, you know what I mean? And it's like, yo, what are y'all doing? Y'all are like sabotaging the value of the DC comic series as far as, you know, the films are concerned. Like, what the hell? What's going on? No, and now everybody's like, no, I don't trust this. I want to see this director's cut of it, because whoever's overseeing all of this don't know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just especially too with the Snyder Cut, like, you know, since people was like really happy how well that was, and, you know, they heard that it was like so many other films that was going to be associated with how they did the Snyder Cut, and it's not, some of them is not going to happen, and then some of it is going to happen, but they made a few changes, but it's still like people just wish that that Zack Snyder will be involved in all of that, and just keep it with the SnyderVerse. And like I said, it's like so much that they're doing right now. Now they got films that are like alternate versions of the characters, you know, like a bunch of different Batmans. They got a bunch of different the Jokers and all that stuff happening. So it's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, and it's
That's what I'm
crazy.
saying. Like, and then you also give this dude Daniel Snyder that he has achieved a certain level of popularity and clout as a director and
Zack Snyder
in this space, thanks to it was Zack Snyder, excuse me, in this space because of what's happened now. So now, who owns the rights to DC?
I don't know offhand.
Okay.
But yeah.
Whoever it is. Now y'all got a bigger problem on your hands. So first you had people just not enthralled with the DC comic universe compared to the MCU based off of the quality of films that were being put out and how MCU has already thought this shit. You know, Training Day, there's you've been thinking about this all day. I've been thinking about this all week, son.
I know, right?
Marvel, Disney been thinking about this for years. And it shows. DC is just, Marvel's been playing chess. Disney been playing chess. Whoever owns the DC comic universe has been playing Connect Four. You know what I'm saying? So you already got that problem, right? Now, cool. Some of the TV series seem to do all right, but that's really kind of like the saving grace for them right now is the
TV shows. In the animated cartoons, the cartoon shows and the movies. In the movies too. They like animated movies.
That's right. So you got that. Now you've released the Snyder Cut. I don't know who made that decision. But you released the Snyder Cut.
It was the fans. It was definitely the fans because they really strongly, they've been petitioning about that for years, and then they finally gave him the go. So,
and now in doing that, they have now basically made their fans less loyal to the DC Comics universe, so to speak, and the characters, and wanting to see films about that. Now it's about, I don't trust you niggas anymore unless you have this director. Otherwise, they may not support it. You know what I mean? It may be like, no, I need to see this cut or else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's a bigger problem for them business-wise, I believe. Meanwhile, Disney's just over there like, man, do we really got to put some more shit out? Can we just let this WandaVision and let this Falcon win this? Well, let's just push this shit back a year. You know what I'm saying? When the theater's going to be good.
Actually, no,
DC's still fucking up.
Actually, no, I mean, they're getting together now. I mean, shoot, they're doing good with Disney Plus. And now, also too, I'm switching it to Marvel now. They made the announcement also to, Black Widow is supposed to come out in May. They pushed it back to July. I think it's that 4th of July weekend. It's coming out. So you got Spider-Man. They finished filming No Way Home, the 3rd edition. They finished filming this past week. And it's gonna come out Christmas. You got Shang-Chi, the first Asian superhero in Marvel. That's gonna come out. It got pushed back too. The poll came out in the summer, but they pushed it back to September. So you got the Eternals. They come out November. Like I said, Spider-Man December, and then you got Hawkeye, Miss Marvel.
Here's the thing, though. They can keep on pushing shit back with no problem because the competition is not worthy.
Yeah, but at the same time,
the Lakers playing against the Magic. You know what I'm saying? You got the Lakers playing against the Magic. You know what I mean? Like that's what DC is right now. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
They the magic.
Those are the magic. But I was gonna but they putting out content now. You okay? Like they putting out content now with Disney Plus since WandaVision doing well, and also too now Falcon and the Soldier. And, you know, people been waiting for Marvel because it's been over a year since they put out something. So yeah, so now they just slowly but surely, you know, they have been steady on the lead, but now they just, you know, they back to, you know, putting out stuff. So but yeah, man. So, you know, you got Hawkeye, Miss Marvel. They're gonna come out later this year too, and then you got the What If show where the animation, you know, about the alternate realities for all the superheroes that come out in the summer too, and then Loki come out in June. So yeah, so Marvel know what they're doing.
Yes. Marvel just keeps hitting these niggas in the head with more shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Stop beating them, please. It's over. But you know, yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah,
it is what it is. I feel like I keep on trashing DC on this podcast, and I'm just thinking about it just from a organization, product, quality of the product, the fans. Even though the fans don't necessarily be 100%, they don't know. I don't think they're never 100% satisfied with Marvel films. I think, but they get enough of it right.
Yeah,
that folks are still real regally anticipating and interested, from the hardcore comic heads to the casual moviegoers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and yeah, DC is just doing what DC been doing. So,
yeah. So we stop trashing DC, man.
the Lakers versus the Magic, man.
Speaking of the NBA, my goodness. So big trades that happened. First one will go take it to the Brooklyn. You know, they got Blake Griffin. Now they got LaMarcus Aldridge. That's crazy.
Yeah. Honestly, I the Blake signing was not really that impressive to me. Blake is not the same player that he was. He hasn't really
played that much games though. He hasn't played that much games yet. He only played like maybe 2 games.
I'm just talking about before.
Oh, sorry.
I'm not talking about what he's done since he's got signed. I'm talking about what he's done in the last year as an NBA athlete. So you got that. LaMarcus Aldridge, though, you know, gives him a little size. He can knock down some J's. He can get some boards. You know what I mean? I don't know how old he is. I don't know what kind of shape he's in, but I feel like the last time he was in the playoffs, he was putting up numbers, which was not last season with the bubble, but the year before, I think. You know, he was putting in work. So, yeah.
Yeah. So then, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. They got a lot of
Lou Williams is going back to Atlanta.
Yeah. I'm talking about Brooklyn. Yeah, that's where he's from. He said he's gonna retire. He was thinking about retiring, but I think he
after he got traded.
Yeah, he felt disrespected by the Clipper organization. He thought he was gonna stay there for a while.
He has been there for a while. Niggas ain't won.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy that they traded him for Rondo. So Rondo's coming back to LA, but for the Clippers instead of
yeah. But yeah, it's not like, you know, Doc Rivers is the coach. I understand if that was the case, but now,
true. But you know, playoff Rondo is a real thing.
Yeah, he was. He did help out the Lakers.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I really was upset when they let him go, and then all of a sudden I was like, damn, I thought they were gonna keep him and Schroeder, but him and
Rondo
Schroeder
was
don't really,
legit.
they don't
Probably
really get
legit, like the
along.
third best player on that championship run in the playoffs last year. Him, and then I'll say KCP was hitting some shots.
Yeah, he definitely
hit a lot of shots actually for them in the playoffs. I was really surprised at how well he played during that playoff run. But but you got Rondo with Kawhi and PG, Serge, they got Ibaka. Pat Beverly still there. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. But as for the other LA team, since they added Andre Drummond.
Oh, they did sign him.
Yeah, they got signed today.
Okay.
I know, right? I mean, to me, I like it because it's a great help with even though he's injured, AD, but still, it's like if they was still playing, that's like nice front court.
Oh yeah. Well, they signed. What's crazy is that they let go of they let Dwight Howard walk. They let
McGee
walk.
Yeah,
but they did get Mark Gasol. And
Montrezl
Harrell, right? I personally think they should have tried to get Serge Ibaka.
Yeah.
And probably kept either JaVale or Dwight Howard. One of them two. I think Mark Gasol is over for Mark Gasol, man.
Yeah.
I think it's a wrap. He might still be able to be in the league and collect some paychecks, but he's not making that impact on the team trying to win the chip. I'm curious to see if Aaron Gordon really helps Denver.
Yeah, me too. And also, I like the Chicago move.
I was going to say, I'm curious to see how Chicago does picking up Vucevic. And they picked up somebody else too, I think.
Okay. I just know him. Like I'm just impressed how they got him.
No, it was just him. Yeah, it was just him. Fournier went to the Celtics. We'll see. No,
I'm still curious. Like I'm like with Kyle Lowry, so it's like
Oh, Kyle Lowry stayed put.
But they were talking about they might let him go. But they were saying either he's going to be at Philly or LA.
Yeah, and stay put.
Yeah, cause I know he wants. I know he wanted to go back home. He's from Philly, so yeah.
But I think he's also is good being in Toronto. You know what I mean? Like it's good being in Toronto. Their squad isn't what it was when they won the championship that year, but they also aren't like terrible. And who knows? They could get a player too. Oh, that's the thing. Speaking of Toronto, they traded Norman Powell to the Blazers for Gary Trent and I think Hood.
Yeah.
I'm curious about that too. I don't know if that makes that kind of impact for their squad, but I understand why they did it. But yeah,
I don't know.
So we'll see. We'll see how they do too, because CJ's back now. Dame's been killing.
Yeah,
I think
Melo slowly.
Dame for MVP is probably gonna get more traction as long as LeBron and Joel Embiid are both out hurt. Same with Jokic, I think. Same with him. But yeah, would you say Melo is starting to get more buckets too or something?
I mean, yeah, he's he's definitely been a nice accent. You know, that's definitely he definitely been a nice addition and definitely been helping him. You know, he's a couple times he had some clutch shots, and you know he moved up to the all-time scoring list. He's like I want to say number 9 now, number 8, in the all-time scoring list.
Mm-hmm.
I think Melo. I see him. I give him like maybe 1 or 2 more years.
Max.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't know. I could say, yeah, I'll say that. I agree with you. I think he got 2 more years max in the league.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that last year that's going to be that year where it's like just, you know how Paul Pierce was his last year where he wasn't really playing that much.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he played some minutes, so I think that's how Melo's last year will be.
And I don't know, like Chris Paul, he's definitely like an MVP runner-up too, and how well he's been handling up in Phoenix. They like, you know, they lead the West. No, do they still, or is it Utah? But anyway, I do see him probably another 2 years for him. LeBron, I don't know.
LeBron, I think, is trying. I thought LeBron was trying to get the MVP this season.
Mm-hmm.
I think he also sees. I think he sees a chance that he could actually become the number 1 leading scorer in league history.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if he continues to play at a certain level, and while he still can, you know what I mean? So I think it's kind of like, yeah, I got to go get these numbers before I, you know, really, really come down on a decline.
I don't know, that injury is like, I looked at it like how when Kobe had the Achilles, but you know, it's like
ankle.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm saying, but still, it's like he was in a dominant tear before that, and you know, people talking about, yeah, you know, he's 36, playing at a superior level. You know, something they say the same thing with Kobe, and now something he had the Achilles heel, and it wasn't the same. But it was like, I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, it'd be cool to see Braun for another 3-4 years, maybe, and then that's it. And hopefully during that time too, he can get one more championship in, and that's it.
Yeah, I think he's playing. I think he's well. This is a high ankle sprain.
Yeah.
The Lakers aren't playing for seeding, I don't believe.
No.
They're playing for the championship. I think LeBron has kind of done enough already, and he's like, all right, it's the second half. We're past the All-Star break.
Yeah.
Let me relax.
And that's what he did in the All-Star game. Like he only played like that first half. He didn't play none of the second half.
It's like, let me relax. Let me make sure my body's right back healthy for the playoff run. AD got to get back healthy too, all of that. So, yeah, I think the Lakers may drop a couple seeds depending on how they do while both him and AD is out.
Yeah.
But yeah,
we'll see. See how it goes. But yeah, man. Moving on. I'm gonna talk about these what's going on in Sesame Street, 123 Sesame Street. They got 2 new additions coming up soon. So we have Wes and Eli. So it's a father and son, and they're gonna be African American puppets, and they're gonna be the new characters, and they're gonna explore about, you know, racial identity, racism, and things of that nature. So yeah, I mean, they already had like other Muppets that's like, you know, teaching them about autism, HIV, homelessness, and all that. So now, I think it's crazy how they finally found a way to talk about racism. I know they have in the past, but like, this is they mostly deal with the humans compared with the Muppets. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm still kind of surprised that they finally, decided let's create a new character. This time it's gonna be like these two African American Muppets, and have you seen them? Like they shape up their lineups is crisp, man. I'm like, dang, man, look at these. I can't even
Seen
get
a
that far.
joint on Savvy the Amusing's IG page where he was basically doing a voiceover over top of them, and I thought it was just like a parody joint. Like I didn't think it was a for real thing where they was adding these black Muppets or whatever, black puppets. But we'll see. We'll see. I on one hand, I think it's cool that they're not running from it and that they're trying to find a way to address it. On another hand, Sesame Street is like preschool age to like maybe like 6, 7 years old, something like that. And I don't know, man. Sometimes I think like the kids, the young kids, you don't necessarily need to just drag race into all of their educational entertainment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because like I don't know, like
representation, I think is good.
Yeah, it's good. I agree with you. It's like, yeah, I feel what you're saying, but it's like also too, the kids, when especially when kids are like around from 1 to like 5-ish or 6, they don't see, they don't really pay attention to race like that. We didn't grow up, we have like white friends. Oh, we got white friends. We don't be saying, oh, because they're white, like and also
right.
too, how they didn't get into the realness about racism and all that type as they get older, or like maybe like we wasn't raised and taught to be hate for one another. When they see this is my friend, this is my friend Jamal, this is my friend Malik,
right,
and this is my friend Billy, this is my friend Rebecca. I don't know. I think the Muppets did a good job too, especially last year, the Sesame Street. They did a good job on when they was, on both the voting and also too on Black Lives Matter. But they was on CNN and they did a good job on exploring all that during that time. So I was like, wow.
Yeah. Now situations where it's kind of like, the world is fucked up. Everybody's inside. Yeah. You can't go nowhere. You can't go to school. You can't go play. Kids
the pandemic too. They did a good job on the pandemic too. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Kids are going to be asking questions and wondering what all this is about.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I agree. They did a good job in that at that time. But when we're just thinking about like, all right, regular day, okay, turn on Sesame Street, okay. What are we talking about today? Racism. Like, I'm not sure I want that happening.
Actually, they're gonna actually explore, because this is the first time, they're gonna the melanin of their skin color.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
They're gonna talk about that, like especially too, like because Elmo's gonna start it off, so they're gonna ask. Like I read the article, Elmo is gonna introduce them, and then they're gonna Elmo's gonna start off the question like, how come your skin is brown and all that stuff, and they're gonna drop signs on Elmo, because they're gonna be the first ones that have the brown skin complexion, and Muppets, but they're gonna have still like the color eyes or nose, whatever. Yeah. So that's yeah. I mean, kids gotta learn. And also too, it's like you said, it's been so intense these days from pandemic, and also too, kids got a lot of questions about, especially with the Black Lives Matter, the All Lives Matter, and what happened in the Capitol and things of that nature. They seeing all this, they like have so many questions to ask their parents, and parents trying the best they can explain it to them in their way. So I don't know. I'm cool with it as long as
Yeah, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. I'm not against it. And the way, like some of the way that what you just said, how they're gonna go about it with like explaining the melanin in the skin and that kind of stuff. Okay. If you go on Sesame Street and you talking about slavery and racism and police brutality and stuff, it's like, okay.
Yeah, that's when it gets real.
There's a little, yeah, you know.
Like Fred, what did the Count do? What did Oscar do? He took vouch.
Silence is violence, Count.
Yeah. But
you know what I mean?
Yeah, they didn't say when they was gonna show them. I know it's gonna be soon though, but yeah. And it's crazy. It's been 52 years since Sesame Street been around, and like they always handle, like I said, a lot of issues compared, like autism. They got someone that's autistic, someone that's that they mention about hunger and addiction and grief and all that stuff and homelessness. So this is crazy. Like I said before, how they finally decided to go ahead and let's have 2 African American human, Muppets. So it's gonna be interesting, nonetheless. So see how that goes. But yeah,
I might have to try tuning in to Sesame Street, even though that's an HBO now. Sesame Street owned by HBO, right?
For real? Oh yeah.
Yeah, HBO. I think HBO owns Sesame Street now.
Okay, didn't know that. But
you thought PBS was still getting that Sesame Street bread? Nah.
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought, yeah.
And actually, a lot of like children's programming and entertainment has been holding it down for like different streaming services. I know HBO is different this year, considering they got HBO Max and the movie releases because of the pandemic. Everything closed. But yeah, it would not surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if the same held true with subscribers who are very interested in Sesame Street for their kids. It would also not surprise me if shit went the other way because parents were feeling like, oh my God, I don't want my kid being indoctrinated with all that crap. It's supposed to be a children's show. Why are you talking about race?
Yeah. So. Actually, it was kind of like some of that talk when they was last year when they was talking about Black Lives Matter and when they was on CNN and all that and the voting, why you should vote, So yeah.
Well, I didn't really watch those too much, but from the ones that I did see, I was like, yo, it's all good. It's informative. It's not necessarily.
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
what I'm
really
saying.
Trying to push you towards a certain party or political beliefs.
Yeah,
it was just all about health, safety, and voting. Like, it's a democracy,
Especially with the Black Lives Matter, trying to educate you to love one another. Yeah, like what's going on? Like stop hurting other Black people. Like what's going on? But anyway,
exactly.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna move on. Like, actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about it, man. What's going on in Georgia, man? Georgia, man.
This is the same. Michelle's like, when they go low, we go high. When they go low and they still lose, they go lower.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, we got the governor of Georgia, Brian Kemp. He last week, him and other Republicans, they decided to go ahead and create a law, and it's pretty much a Jim Crow 2.0 on the the voter suppression for blacks and brown communities. On they was pretty much upset of how they didn't get what they wanted last November, and they didn't get it their way, and they try to say it was some fraud and all that stuff happening, but it wasn't. And now, they don't want to work with Biden and Kamala. So yeah, I don't know, man.
That was the first time that Georgia was blue, and
yeah, that's it. That too.
Long fucking time.
Yeah, not just Georgia. It was also who else went blue? Was it Arizona, or I want to say Arizona so bad. I think it was. But that was also a red state, and then a couple other states too. But now they're trying to find a way for the next election to not make us all vote, us black folks and brown people of color pretty much to vote, because this is crazy.
So what exactly is it? Are these laws trying to do specific? Not what are they trying to do? Not what they're trying to do. I know what they're trying to do. How are they going about trying to do it?
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to do it, but as far as they just want to make a law, and I think this, to me, it's ridiculous, just because y'all upset, and also too, they don't own the House and the Senate, so it's like, so it's like, I don't know, and somehow Mitch still running, got the power to try to, I don't know, it's just like, bruh, how? I don't know how they're gonna do it. And part of me is like, if I was Biden, I'm like, yo, you're the president, man, you can stop this. And also too, like I said, the House and the Senate is all blue now, so it's like, yeah, y'all can.
Yeah, but it's not overwhelmingly blue.
Mm-hmm.
It's barely blue.
And it's like Mitch, yo, he still got power somewhat. And it's like, yo, it's like, yeah. Like that whole filibuster thing they was trying to bruh, I don't know how they're doing.
So I don't look at it. I understand that this is all very serious. Mm-hmm. This is all very a lot of things hang in the balance with what happens in Washington. Mm-hmm. But I also look at it as it's theater to some degree, because the people that you actually know their names and you can recognize them, pick them out of a lineup, those are the ones who really have a lot of the political power and influence in Washington. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Those are the ones. So Mitch McConnell, Lindsey Graham, and them niggas that's been around forever. Mm-hmm. They're the ones that really have a lot of power and influence, beyond the fact that they are senators for their respective states or whatever. But they've been around and they know how shit works. Just like Nancy Pelosi does on the left, just like Chuck Schumer on the left. You know what I mean? They've been around the block. They know the game. And those are the ones who really is probably moving things behind the scenes, not just as far as the political agenda that they're trying to push, but also getting other people in their party in line and staying in line, when it comes to these, different bills, laws, and issues that are of importance. Right. So now Georgia now has 2 Democratic senators, but still got a Republican governor. And I'm not sure if the actual state's Senate or state legislators are predominantly Democrat or Republican right now. I would assume that it's still predominantly Republican, because I don't see how anything like this could happen if it was majority Democrats down there in their state house or whatever. So yeah, man, it's just, this is the thing. They do it right after the election.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people is, you know, it's getting attention, but it's getting attention for people who actually pay attention to that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The average folks is coming out. They just come out every 4 years, vote for president and whoever else may be running at the time. Not everybody's paying attention on that level and saying, "Oh, they changed these laws. Oh, okay. Oh, shit, that's fucked up. Oh, no." You know, most people not paying that kind of attention in this country, sadly. So we're gonna see how it plays out. I don't know if Stacey Abrams is still in Georgia and still, you know, got her organizations mobilized against this craziness. But it's just something that's not, you can't just put it on her. You know what I'm saying? This is something that everybody down there who really cares and whatnot needs to be a part of and needs to be up on. So just know that when they go low and they lose, they go lower.
But it's just ridiculous that, you know, after all we, like, I'm gonna say it again, we've all been it's been ridiculous how, you know, this is 2021. After all we've been through, but still like we're, yep, I don't care. It's just like, yo, what's going on? What's going on, yo? Y'all still want to take it back to the old days?
People's trying to, yes, that's exactly what's going on. Yes, they want to maintain that power and influence and that unfair, undeserved advantage and privilege.
Okay.
That's what it is.
All right. Yeah, you know what I mean? Definitely. Facts.
How many times in your life have you heard life's not fair?
A lot of times.
Right? This is an example of that. Life's not fair, and it's not fair for a reason, because people don't want it to be fair. You know what I mean?
Yeah, pretty much.
Want to maintain. You know, actually, it was crazy. I just realized I live probably less than a mile away from a former plantation. It is being preserved as a historic site by the National Park Service. So if you drive down this street, you'll see like the big house, the mansion. You can see the slaves' quarters. You can see, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn. You know, it's like, you know, you're coming up, you're doing your thing, you feel like you're feeling good, but at the same time, that's still around, and there's people who would love to, you know, go back to that. Or go back to, you know, just the 50s and 60s with the Jim Crow laws and being able to basically do whatever the fuck you wanted to do if you was a white man in America. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I'm moving on. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's just like, yo, what? Okay. It's crazy. Just crazy.
Sorry to get depressing, but yeah. That's what it is, man. That's what it is.
Yeah. Sucks that it gotta be that way.
They in the deep South, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People forget sometimes, like, you know, we are south of the Mason-Dixon. But, you know, yeah, we still south of that line.
Yeah, yeah. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, I'm moving on, man. So yeah, I'm going to switch it up. So yeah, man. So we have 2 classic albums that got inducted to the Library of Congress. So we have Nas' Illmatic and Janet Jackson's Revelation 1814. Classic albums. They're very iconic and very influential albums. They still holds his own to this day, both of them. So definitely congrats to Nas, congrats to Janet. Also too, I know it's those albums that I heard about. It was some like other like music artists too, like their songs or like their albums, but everybody was focusing them just on Nas and Janet. So you know, I think it's good for Nas because I'm surprised that it took this long for both of them really to finally get inducted to the Library of Congress.
I don't even know is the getting inducted into the getting your some of your art or your project as a recording artist inducted into the Library of Congress. Is that something that people kind of like wait for? And is it what's the requirements? Like I think it's a big. I think it's big specifically for Nas, you know, because he was not. Janet is dope too, but Janet was like a big commercial success. Nas has had commercial success, but he was never on that level that Janet has been on. You know,
True.
He didn't come from, you know, the Jackson family with, you know, the Jackson 5, Michael Jackson being regarded as the greatest entertainer of all time, if not you know, of a generation, arguably. You know,
but
popular TV show she was on. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He didn't come from that. He came from Queensbridge. You know, with the Uzi and Miami Jack and Lighter.
Right.
You know what I'm
but
saying?
To answer your question, I don't know, Janet. They I mean, I agree with you. It was like, to me, I don't know like the whole specifics on how they, you know, find out like how they can, you know, how they get inducted, what's the requirements. I know it's got to be something that made a huge impact. Definitely, they both did. They still do. If you think about it, the Nas, you know, Illmatic is arguably one of the greatest hip hop albums of all time. 5 Mics and The Source and things of that nature. Janet Jackson, if I'm speaking because I'm a Janet fan, and I was definitely a fan of that album. You know, that album was definitely, you know, it made, because this was like her like follow up to the Control album, and Control album was a great album, but this one she like took it to another level where she like it was like a, you know, socially conscious themes that she was addressing. You know, the 1814 that was the year when Francis Scott Key wrote the Star Spangled Banner. And also too, you know, just the themes that she was talking about in the album, like it was definitely, you know, about drugs and violence, discrimination and things of that nature. Like she just really explored that, and it was like a great concept album.
Poppy, so that wasn't really poppy like that. Did that have like a lot of commercial success?
Yeah, it did. She won Grammys. Yeah, she won Grammys, and it definitely I want to say it went platinum, triple platinum, but it definitely like was like one of her biggest albums. And
that was what? That was like the 80s, right?
Yeah, like 89.
Late 80s, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so it definitely, you know, did wonders for her.
20 plus years later.
Yeah. And definitely, like I said, this was the follow up.
Excuse me. 30 plus years later.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah.
Shit.
So you know, she talked about everything like socially with the racism, poverty, the drugs. You know, it still had like your the love songs and all that stuff and fun dance songs. But she like definitely you know, so this was before when Janet became the sex symbol that she in the next album in Janet. So
yeah, this is before she started strapping niggas down.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, so check this out. So this is Reminiscence 1814 became Janet's second consecutive album to top the Billboard 200, and it was certified 6-time platinum. 6 times.
Damn.
Yeah. And it became it came out in 89. Fall 89, September 89, September 19th, 1989. And then like she continued on to the success of that album in the 1990s because it became the best-selling album of the 1990s. And it like 12 million copies worldwide. And it became the only album on the Billboard 100 to have 7 singles that made it into the top 5. So, and it was the only album to produce #1 hits in 3 separate years, 89 to 91.
Yeah.
So it definitely, and also too that world tour that she had, and that was my first Janet that was my first concert ever. my parents took me to see Janet. This one she was at Landover, Maryland, at the Capitol Center.
Cap Center, yeah.
Yeah. So it was a prize for my birthday. So it was the day of my birthday that I went to see Janet, and I had a crush on her at the time. So yeah.
You know, we need to have. It would be nice if we could have had Jared on here to talk about that, because he was super Janet, like from way back, you know, and it persisted all the way up through, you know, the early 2000s, and yeah, man. I don't know. Maybe he might have forgotten some of it, but I doubt it.
Actually, if you want to take it to, I'm looking at this album the same way like with Kendrick. Like this is like Janet's like To Pimp a Butterfly album.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I can see that. I can see that.
So I'm looking at because like, you know, when Kendrick, because this is Janet's 3rd album. Well, no, this is Revelation was her 4th studio album. Like she had like Control wasn't her first album. She had other albums, but it didn't do well. But she became a big hit, a star when Control came out. When she finally, her father would be the manager, and she was working with Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis. And all of a sudden, after Control did well,
was that I feel like was Clarence Avant involved in this whole? You know, the Black Godfather.
The Godfather. Yeah, that was good documentary. Yeah, that was good. That was a good documentary. I don't know, maybe, but like, definitely, I know he was responsible on, with Jimmy Jam
and connecting them with Janet.
Yeah. Actually, he was. I think he was. So like pretty much like Control album, everybody thought that was the first album. No, that was like her 3rd album, and she did very well. So she had a follow-up, and then she did something, and she flipped it another way, and she talked about all these social issues. Still had like those love song, party song, like dance songs, but she still like, you know, that Reminiscence 1814 that did wonders. Same thing how with Kendrick, how like he had Good Kid, Mad City, but before that, you know, it was called Section 80 was his first album. So everybody thought.
I still haven't heard that, by the way. Section 80.
Wow, seriously, wow.
I was trying to look for it after Good Kid, Mad City came out.
Yeah, but it's out.
I just maybe I'll try streaming. Maybe I can stream it now.
No, I mean, yeah, you can. It's on Spotify and not in Apple Music now, but definitely like when he dropped the Good Kid, Mad City, and that's where everybody got to know him. Everybody, not that many people knew about him from Section 80 and all the other mixtapes that he had.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, when he said he was gonna come out with a new album, and everybody thought it was gonna be like a 2.0 of Good Kid, Mad City, but he just did a flip, and he like with Good Kid, Mad City, he had like the funk elements, the jazz elements, the live instruments element to it, and he was talking about social issues and things that. I mean, he not like he wasn't doing that in the previous ones, but this one he just like took it another level.
Yeah, no doubt, definitely,
yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
Good Kid, Mad City was great to me.
Yeah.
The Pimp a Butterfly was also great. Completely different, but showcasing the artistry, but the lyrics and just the top subject matter that he was talking about, no doubt.
Yeah,
no doubt, and how it weaves them together, because both of those projects, to be honest, was great. Like,
yeah,
great musically, but just as concepts too. It's like, wow.
Same thing with Damn. I mean, even Damn is like his most I want to say commercial. Like he definitely was like focused on getting like radio hits on every song. Like he was and like because he said it when he did Good Kid. I mean, To Pimp a Butterfly, he didn't care about if these singles was like radio friendly. And he said he wasn't in that mood to do that. So like especially when Damn came out, you definitely felt the difference. And like he still kept it like lyrically on what he was talking about, and the subject matter and things of that nature. And also too, all of them, all the albums he put out has been concept albums. If you listen to it, like from Good Kid, Mad City to Butterfly, especially Damn, how like he told the story in reverse and things of that nature. And yeah, it's still a concept album. So, but yeah,
Here's my question now with respect to Kendrick. Now we talking about we on that. We don't have to stay on this, but I feel like every artist kind of has that season where they just are putting out like the best of the best of their catalog. You know what I mean? Both artistically and then also commercially in some respects too, in terms of its commercial success. Do you think that Kendrick is still in that season, or do you think we've seen the best of Kendrick to this point? And then from here on, it's going to be, he'll probably still have some joints, but will he have any more projects that have that same kind of impact?
I mean, I think he still got. I mean, he has like the past, like especially with To Pimp Butterfly and Damn, like he's been on the top. So it's like top of the game. So it's like.
But how long? Damn came out how long ago now?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and it's like it's been. I mean, even like with the Black Panther soundtrack, that's like the last. If you want to go there, the last Kendrick like project we seen, like. Even that was like still that made #1 in the billboards, and it became I don't know if it's I think it is platinum. It did wonders for that too. But as far as him, like his low key profile, how the next project he's supposed to be dropping soon.
Kendrick is not stunting on the gram enough.
Yeah, he's not even about that really, but yeah. So like he's just I don't know, to answer your question, yeah, it's just definitely. I mean, I think he still got. I mean, it's just like I don't know. Like I heard the next project is gonna be another flip too. Like it's gonna be a rock theme type of setting that he's trying to do. So it's like just curious to see how that's gonna go. And like and the thing is too, like it's his fans is gonna be pleased and intrigued with the new follow up. How it's to change and everything. So.
Okay. Okay.
And I just like.
I mean, you're gonna have your diehard Kendrick fans.
Yeah.
That are gonna get everything. And you're gonna have your fans who probably listen to Good Kid, Mad City, Pimp a Butterfly, maybe Damn, maybe a track or two here from soundtrack or two there, but you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not hoping or wishing any of that. I'm just saying, having seen so many different artists come through and do their things, and they just kind of have that period where it's like they're on fire musically, and then and it's not that they fall off. It's just maybe they have other opportunities open up to them to do other things, whether it be acting, whether it be investing, whether it be.
You haven't seen that in Kendrick. I mean,
he
did some acting. He did some acting for like Power.
He was on Power, right? Was it Power? Yeah, he was on Power. Yeah.
And he did good.
He was good on Power too, actually.
Yeah, he was. He was good. Like, I mean, you can actually see it in his videos that he wants to pursue acting, and him and Dave. He used to be the CEO of Top Dog Entertainment, and that's what he grew up with. That's his boy that he grew up with, and they be co-directing all the videos along with some big name director. So like you can I don't know, like I know he got married. Did he get married? Or he has a kid. He has a kid, I know that, but I think he got married on the low too. So as far as
the man J. Cole.
Yeah.
Actually you think about that too, like let's look like looking at Wiz Khalifa. I don't know if Wiz makes music anymore. I see him and his son on the McDonald's commercial though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. It's like just different things in your life change. And so maybe music is still important to you, but it's not the priority that it was because you got kids or you got other responsibilities, and that's what I mean when, I don't know. This might be, we'll remember this era and what it was like listening to these projects and what it was talking about and the impact it had. But I don't know if it's going to continue.
I mean, I think like same thing with Cole too. Like he's no one that's like they both like keep a low profile, even though he's like focusing on Dreamville and his artists. And they had a compilation album 2 years ago. So it's like what I'm saying, and he's got the Puma shoe. He's same thing too. Kendrick, he got a shoe with Nike. And also he got his own. I want to say it's like I don't know what, I can't describe what it is. It's like a media platform that he's doing with him. It's like I forgot what it's called. It's called PR Lang or something like that. And it's like they working with like other brands. Like I know they working with like
Cole?
Yeah, Kendrick. Yeah, he's working with like other big brands like I think Calvin Klein. They did like a little something with that, and yeah. And also, so he got a cousin that's trying to get into the rap game too, Baby King. I think that's what his name is, Baby King. I think that's his name. Sorry, but I know he got a cousin that's trying to get into the rap game as well. So I mean, like I said, it was like reports that he was like filming a video a couple months ago. So like I said, don't be surprised. Like same thing with Cole too. They're gonna like surprise out of nowhere come out with an album because they've been doing that for the past.
Oh, that would be tough if they came out with a joint album. This cat's been it's already been kind of talked about and all of that.
Yeah.
It'd be dope if they actually did that.
Yeah, but I mean,
and then they both probably could come out with their own solo projects not that long after that too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. I will see. We'll just see. I mean, I can't really, as far as him being, is he still relevant? Yeah, he's still relevant. But as far as like what he, like as far as like, is this like we've reached his prime? No, I don't think so. I think he's still got like a lot left, to The Office. Same thing with Cole too. So it's like, yeah, you know, they haven't dropped anything in a minute. You know, they may have, you know, did like a guest feature now and then on some other project, surprisingly.
I think both of them have both reached the God MC level though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like them two, I'll throw Drake up there because I think you can't leave Drake out with the level of success that he's had in his career too, during the same era that these gentlemen we're talking about.
I mean, they all came around the same time, so yeah.
You know, exactly. So you know, you gotta throw him there. As the ones of this generation of MCs, I'll say. So, yeah.
We'll see. But yeah, I'm definitely moving on, man. But yeah, congrats to Nas and Janet on getting to the Library of Congress with that classic albums. Also, want to go ahead and talk about another music thing. Well, we saw it from last week with the Verzuz with the Ghostface and Ray. We didn't really talk. We did a preview, but we supposed to do a live thing and all that stuff. But you know, it is what it is. But yeah, we want to talk about how it went down. To me personally, I thought it was cool. I thought it was great. With Ray and Ghost, definitely. Yo, DJ Drama, yo, I just want to know those sample flips because he had some stuff. I was like, damn, he flipped a D'Angelo song, he flipped a her song. It was just like, yo, it was like doing it in between when they was talking and things of that nature. And also too, the conversations with Ray and Ghost, it just felt like a Wu skit, like with the old school music behind and all that stuff. They didn't do all their classic songs. I mean, of course they do, like, you know, the typical ones, but like it still was good, you know, Wu-Tang and, you know, them dropping knowledge. Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
There's so many joints that I had just forgotten about, for real. That they went through. The energy that they had going back and forth, it was definitely it was kind of like it was a little competitive. It was like a friendly competition. It wasn't like,
it was.
You know, it wasn't like I'm trying to kill this nigga. But
yeah.
Ghost came out with the Wiley's. Ghost came back with the big robe and you know what I'm saying. They brought out Dak. They brought out Capadonna.
RZA came by. Yeah.
RZA came through. RZA, it just seemed like it was really probably like a whole Wu-Tang reunion or something off camera for real. It seemed like. But
yeah, it would have been cool if Memphis showed up, and also to they also showed Young DB, Old Dirty's son.
Yes.
Yeah.
YDB was in the building.
Yeah.
That was a wild coat. Yeah,
it was. It was wild cool. But yeah, definitely you know, and this is like the first that you know, since Verzuz sold to Triller. So now they made a special announcement that's going to be more coming Verzuz, and they already got it lined up. So the first one that they made big noise is the Ozzy Brothers versus Earth, Wind and Fire on Easter Sunday, and that's going to be crazy. But first, before we get to that, I want to shout out the Ray and Ghost. I think it was great because it was the first time in a while so they had a hip hop Verzuz in a minute, in my opinion. But yeah, but the Elements versus the Ozzy Brothers, that's gonna be something. I'm looking forward for that.
That's going to be entertaining. It's going to be. This is in the same vein as the Gladys Knight.
Yeah,
Patty
Gladys and Patty. Yeah, definitely.
You know, this definitely for the older generation, but can still appreciate it. I'm looking forward to it. Might have to, you know, set up the live situation like we had for the Ray and Ghost one at the crib. You know what I mean? For my Dukes and you know, maybe couple older ladies in the fam or friends or whatever, you know. Shit, what time is that going to start? Is that going to start like at night? Because you know what I mean, like the older generation, you gotta get that started a little early, son.
Good question. That's a good question. I don't know. I want to say like, yeah, that's a good question. I wouldn't be surprised if they say 5 o'clock.
That's perfect.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if they say 5.
That's that like right at the church.
Yeah.
Maybe get the early dinner popping. You know what I mean? That's perfect.
Yeah, they didn't say the time yet. They just, you know.
That's right after you coming out the buffet. Pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to Cactus Willies. I know you know about Cactus Willies, B. You can't tell me you don't know about Cactus.
Yeah. They was
Old Country Buffet.
Old Country Buffet, Sizzlers. We're gonna go there. We want to take
Sizzler. Oh, son, Sizzler.
Yeah.
Horn and Horn. What's some of them other joints? Yeah, man.
Big Bob's Big Boy.
Bob's Big Boy. Yes.
I'm taking it back. Yes, sir.
Yes.
What's that? King's Court.
Yes.
King's Court. Up in the,
Fam, hold on. First, King's Court.
Yeah. Might
have had the best chicken I've ever had in a restaurant in my life, though. No, is that because it's a glaze that they had on that joint. It was like a maple honey or something. And I have not been able to find that or recreate that myself to this day. I probably was like 8 years old the last time I ever went to a King's Court. And to this day, I'm still searching for that first high. You keep calling me. So
all right, Fookie.
Yo, yeah, you taking it back. You taking it back to the King's Court.
Taking it back, man. But yeah, I was definitely Bob's
410 shit.
Yeah, I know. King's Court, Bob's Big Boy. Bob's Big Boy, that's my joint. And then also two Sizzlers, definitely. And I'm surprised New York's still holding it down with the Sizzlers. Like, wow.
Oh, where is Sizzlers still around, huh?
Yeah, I think Jersey and New York, they still got it.
No disrespect to Golden Corral. We see y'all out here doing y'all
things them too. Right now, no disrespect to Golden Corral.
You know what I mean? But you know, got to pay homage for those before. The king before.
Old Country Buffet, man. My goodness.
Kimmy's, I don't know if you heard it. It was like this spot on 40 East. I'm sorry, 40 West, excuse me. Right near Westview, or what used to be Westview. Yeah, man. Anyway, though, that's going to be an entertaining versus, though.
Hopefully they have it at 5. I'm assuming they probably gonna have like around that time. That do make sense. I mean, and also too, you got that happening. And also too, I'm curious to see like special guests, because I know like, you know, they both like 2 big bands, you know, the Isley Brothers, and then, you know, rest in peace to Maurice White, the founder of Earth, Wind and Fire. But, you know, Philip Bailey and Maurice White's brother still holding it down. So yeah, so I'm curious to see like as far as like the special guests they're gonna have. Like it'd be cool to have like a mix of, you know, past and like current of, you know, superstars, you know what I'm saying, like legendary people who's come through, and like I don't know, that'd be kind of dope. like collaborate and sing their old songs with them or something like that. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, but we'll see.
You think R. Kelly going to be
shut
able
up,
to
man.
log
Shut
in
up,
from
shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, bruh.
Ron, let me join the live.
We got a call from some penitentiary. And they definitely do
this. This is Mr. Big. How you doing, Mr. Big? What the hell is going on? What you mean, what's going on? Can you help me get up out of... Oh, let me get off my phone.
Arms up.
Block that account. Block that account.
Yeah, for real.
Hold on.
Robert.
Guard. Guard.
I've been dropping the soap for too long. That's funny.
Shut up. Get this nigga off my live.
Shank.
Oh, man.
So let me start. Oh, my goodness. But moving on to the next verses. So we got 420. We have Red and Meth. That's fitting, to say the least. And that's gonna be nice too. It's gonna be another one of them. They just a friendly competition.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We've got Funk Dr. Spot versus Tikal, aka the Iron Lung, aka the shady lawyer on Power.
Yeah, and also too the Blunt Brothers. That's what they call Red and Meth. Yeah. So that's gonna be interesting. And also, and also too, they play their stuff as well. And then you got May the 8th. You got Escape versus SWV. And me, I'm going with SWV.
Now is
Tiny.
I'm going with SWV too.
Yeah.
But is Tiny going to be a part of that?
They already got like the advertisement. She's featured on the advertisement, so I don't know.
Okay, because I don't really know what's going on with that. All the allegations against her and her husband. But I would imagine that Tim and Swizz would want to stay away from that unless they knew something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Keep that potential drama off of that platform, you know what I'm saying? Unless they knew like it was all BS and
yeah.
You know.
And also too, T.I., he already been dropped out of like projects already. Like Ant-Man, he was supposed to be on the Ant-Man the third sequel, the second sequel to Ant-Man, but they dropped him out.
Who's this?
T.I.
He's not going to be on the soundtrack event?
No, the upcoming Ant-Man movie.
Oh, he was actually going to be in the movie.
Yeah, because he was in the first two. The Ant-Man.
Oh, I haven't watched any of them.
Oh, so. Yeah. He was. Yeah, he
wasn't pertinent to the rest of the story. So
no, he was a supporting role. It was he was one of yeah.
He didn't make it to the Avengers film, so yeah.
No.
But so they dropped him out, huh?
Yeah, they dropped him out.
See, it's fucked up, especially if I don't know. All of this is I don't know what the deal is with everything, but if it turns out that this is all nonsense, this is all like lies or bullshit, then that's fucked up. That especially when he was in the first two, and while we know that he has had his issues in the past with the law, never was it anything involving taking advantage of underage girls or sex trafficking. So, but yeah, It's just messed up that opportunity has probably been
It's just messed up. Period. Like people got
derailed for
yo,
him.
like come on, yo, like. I mean, I don't care how famous you are, and like for real, like if you try to do some shady stuff behind closed doors, I think that's not gonna get you later on. Yeah, I don't know. And then it's definitely messed up your whole reputation and everything that you like. I'm looking at it from just everything, just like either you're an entertainer, ball player, whatever. It's like, yo, so someone that's like behind the spotlight.
Even Deshaun Watson right now, the NFL quarterback, has some allegations against him too. I don't know what those are. All I know is that it is probably it's not good in general when you have anybody saying that kind of shit about you. So, and you know, I don't know. It's tough. I think people should be heard. Their stories should be told, especially if some shit is true, and they really feel like violated and all of that. I get that. But I also feel like you need to be able to verify something. You can't just be able to come out and just make a statement, and then it's like, all right, well, so we can't fuck with that nigga no more because this random girl from wherever said he did this.
Yeah, it's just crazy. They're just like, it's like
15 years ago,
Yeah, the whole Bill Cosby thing. It's like, yo, I mean, it's just crazy. Like the whole, yeah, it's messed up what happened, but I'm just as far as like what he like the Cosby Show and how like they took that off the air. Like for real, there's no syndication of Cosby Show whatsoever. And also too, that hurt also too, Malcolm Jamal Warner, Felicia Rashad, who was still getting paid off of it from the reruns.
I heard all of them.
Yeah. And also too, I mean, I still think, to me, I still say Cosby Show is still one of the best shows ever, And Cliff Huxtable was one of the best TV dads. So I still say that, even though it's still messed up what happened.
Yeah, I still fuck with the Cosby Show.
Yeah.
Straight up. Like, it was great TV.
I learned that was my childhood. I learned a lot from that show. So it's like, yo.
You know what I'm saying? That's great TV.
I can't even. Yeah, I can't even. It's just but as far as that Escape, I don't know if Tiny gonna be in it, but yeah, I know Swiss and Timbo are definitely being cautious about it. Because if she was in there, I know people gonna comment on social media and also to comment on the live stream. Like, what's Tiny doing up there? Oh my god. So we'll see. But I'm going to SWV regardless. I mean, I was a Escape fan of the first two albums, but Escape, yeah. I mean, SWV was definitely.
SWV was the standard at the time. When you're talking about female groups that were singing, not just kind of creating a little poppy, dance party tracks. Like women who could really sing. SWV is the standard. I want to say Destiny's Child came along later on, and then they became a new standard. But even still, though, I still think SWV was really doing it more.
Yeah, but they paid the way, though.
Talent. No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
They definitely paid the way. And, like, I agree with you on everything when you say about their style and how they really sing. I mean, shoot, their names, the name of the group was Sisters with Voices. So it was like, yo. And to me, they got more hits than Escape, too. Way more hits.
Well, oh yeah. Oh, come on now.
Well, for when they play
Come on,
right here, it's over. When they play right here, it's over for SWV.
And they had they didn't collab with Michael Jackson, I think, but they had
no Michael. They did the remix, but Michael he
let them keep some of his ad libs or whatever that was one day or something like that.
Yeah, because he was cool, but he let them. He cleared the sample, and also he remember at the same time he did the song for Free Willy. What's that doing? Yeah. And then the soundtrack, he put the SWV Right Here remix on the soundtrack as well.
Mm-hmm.
So but yeah.
You know, I would like to see Tony Braxton in the Verzuz.
Yeah, but with who though?
Who cares? Tony's still fine. Tony versus Tamar.
Wow. Wow.
Who else was popping back when Tony Braxton was doing her thing?
That's the thing, they still having a hard time figure out who Mary J. Blige is gonna be versing with, even with Mariah Carey. They say Mariah Carey and Mary J. Blige.
That's the only person I think you could really do it with either one of them for real.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of how long each of them have been around.
Yeah.
The catalogs.
Yeah.
You know, that's it. If Whitney was still here, I think they might do a Whitney versus Mariah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
You know.
That's the thing though. That's the thing too, especially too, you got so many people, legends that pass over. And it's hard, especially on R&B and rap. And it's it'd be dope if if Biggie was still around, Pop was still around, he would link up with such and such. But
if Big was still around, I think they could do a Big and Hove versus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it would be more, I think it would still be friendly,
you
know, like the Ray and Ghost, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the only way you would ever see a Hove do a versus, is if it was that kind of situation, because him and Big essentially grew up and was cool.
Yeah. But people still want a Nas and Jay. So
I don't see that. I don't see honestly, I don't even see Nas wanting to do it like that. I don't even see Nas really wanting to do it like that. Even with KRS's comments last week, I still don't see that, because KRS is just an arrogant, borderline disrespectful motherfucker. So you could start out being fun, but then it'll be hold on. I don't even like the way he came off with this. KRS versus Nelly versus. Oh man, but KRS wouldn't do that. Nelly wouldn't do that anymore, I'm sure. But
that's funny.
You know, I think they're gonna. I think they'll be fine finding more matchups though. I think they'll be fine.
But that rematch, I definitely it's gonna be one of those failed ones. I want to say the ones that had the bad technical audio issues. So like I said, Teddy Riley versus Babyface, or probably Nelly and Ludacris, because that was a bad one too, because Nelly had so many problems, and then you had the 112 and Jagged Edge one. That was crazy too. But we'll see. But yeah, moving on, man. I'm actually these last two right here. So actually I'm gonna go ahead. Rest in peace to Craig Mums Grant. Yeah, for those that he was a legendary New York poet / actor. You know, he was in Oz. That's what he was like. That's what put him on the map when the Oz came out, because he was poet from Oz. And then he was one of the first slam poets between him and Saul Williams. And he was in like other stuff like Chappelle's Show, Law and Order.
Who was he on Chappelle's Show?
He was Lysol. Lysol on Chappelle's Show. Charlie Murphy's homeboy on when they did the Real World skit.
Oh, okay. That was when
Yeah,
him and the dude
Charlie Murphy. Yeah.
hooked up with the white dude's girlfriend.
Yeah. They slept with her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Correction. I did have sex with Katie.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Confession. I had sex with Katie too.
Mm-hmm.
Can I have some big ass titties?
But he's been in a lot of stuff, like especially like Blue Bloods, Law and Order, Bamboozled, the new Spike Lee joint. He was in the She's Gotta Have It show. He was in Luke Cage too, the Netflix. Yeah, when Luke they showed them.
So what happened to him?
They didn't say. They didn't say what happened. He was in Atlanta filming because he was doing a Tyler Perry show and also another show too. But they said they didn't say more about what happened. But he passed away like this past Wednesday, Thursday. And, so yeah, definitely a huge loss. I definitely was a fan of him, especially on the poetry level.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was on Deaf Poetry and things of that nature. He did a couple of appearances on that. And like I said, he was well known in the New York art scene on both acting and poetry. So definitely a huge loss.
There's a piece of that, gentlemen.
Yeah. And let me see. So we got 2 films that's coming out this week. One is like a highly anticipated one. We got Godzilla versus Kong, and this is supposed to be the battle of all battles. Hopefully, this will be better than the last. The King Kong Skull Island one, that was cool.
But the joint with Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, that was okay. Yeah, but I didn't care for the last Godzilla.
King of the Monsters.
Yeah. So hopefully this be all right.
Oh man. Well, I'm interested in watching it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And so that comes out this week.
Yeah, it comes out March the 31st.
Yeah. Definitely interested in checking that. Definitely interested in the special effects. This is not like a continuation or a crossover between any of the recent films, right? This is like a whole new film.
Actually, I think it is. I think it is a continuation of the both of their films, and they just blend it all together. Because it's probably keeping in the same universe, the same franchise. So yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay. And then finally, Concrete Cowboy.
Yeah.
Starring Idris Elba.
Mm-hmm. And main man from Stranger Things, Lucas, Caleb McLaughlin.
Mm-hmm.
So you also got Jared Jerome from When They See Us. He's in it.
Mm-hmm.
Lorraine Toussaint, she's been in a lot of stuff, but she's currently on the Equalizer, Queen Latifah show. Yeah.
Thanks for reminding me about that show. I ain't actually checked that in a good minute.
Yeah, I mean,
it's got renewed.
It got renewed for a second season.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, because it did well the first 2 episodes, especially the premiere episode at the Super Bowl. They got a lot of ratings. So yeah, shout out to Queen Latifah on that. And then Method Man, he's also in the Concrete Cowboy film as well. So yeah, so it's inspired by the real life organization that's in Philadelphia. That's the Fletcher Street Cowboys, and that's like they got a nice, strong background history. If you look it up about that culture, and that's happening in North Philadelphia. So, and also this is also based off a book, a novel, a fictional story novel. I think it's following that book, but it's definitely still both the book and the film is inspired by the Fletcher Street Cowboys. So yeah, so Idris Elba played the father, while Caleb is the son. He decided to stay with his father, and his father he runs. I don't know if he runs it or he's part of the Fletcher Street Cowboy culture. And he's like trying to show him the ropes and showing him how to stay out of trouble and get him involved into it. But yeah, black cowboys and all that stuff, it's gonna be interesting. Hopefully it'll be a good film. Yeah, I'll definitely be checking it out.
When is that? What's that going to be released on?
It's going to be on Netflix. It's going to be on April the 2nd, Friday.
Okay.
Yep.
So I can definitely check that.
Yep.
Check it.
So yeah, March the 31st is Godzilla vs. Kong on HBO Max, and then that Friday, April the 2nd, we got the Concrete Cowboy. See how that goes.
Concrete Cowboys.
Shout out to Issa Rae, who got that big time Warner Media deal. So pretty much this is a big old production deal that she can, both TV and film.
Can we get a Issa Rae, Shonda Rhimes collaboration?
That'd be dope. Even though Issa Rae is that'd be dope. She's supposed to be doing something with Jordan Peele, and they got like something together soon. They're gonna come together for a film.
But that'll be a film. I'm talking about a TV series because
TV
I feel
series.
like Shonda brings Shonda gets. I think she did Grey's Anatomy too, right? Yeah, she has shit in like these different settings, whether it be in the hospital setting or the political realm, or How to Get Away with Murder. I think it's Shonda Rhimes too.
Yeah.
And just all these different realms, right? And the writing and all of the angles and shit that gets covered, and it's great. I think Issa brings just the perspective of a young Black woman who is want to come up, but still, she's like more of a contemporary to us and what we see and have seen and experienced in different walks of life with our friends or whatever. So if you could bring those two worlds together, like that would be crazy.
Yeah, that would be.
That would be BET syndicated material for the next 25 to 30 years. If not more than that. It definitely would be more than that, actually. But
it would be interesting.
That would be amazing, I think.
Yeah.
That could be like I don't know. I don't even want to say, because I think both of them as creators and writers are just dope in what they do, and Yeah, I think that would be just a dope situation because I feel like what I don't want is I don't want it to get to a point where Issa is where people look at her like, oh, she does the same thing, or the same kinds of stuff, same kinds of things, same kinds of projects, same kinds of shows. You know what I mean? I want it to progress, and I do believe that a lot of what she's done has been different, like as far as like from Insecure and how those seasons have progressed to the Black Lady Comedy Sketch Show, which is funny.
New season next month, so
new season coming out, and then the films that she's actually been in and acted in and stuff. So I don't feel like she's just doing the same kinds of things, but I feel like if her and Shonda could team up, oh my goodness. What? Or no, I'm not gonna say this on. But that would be dope. That would be dope. They could collab on something, and that would be crazy. That would be crazy.
Yeah.
So shout out to her on the Warner deal. Shout out to her on the several wins for the NAACP awards, best series, best comedic series, and best actor in the comedic series. And looking forward to that final season Insecure and whatever else she got coming down the pipe.
Yeah, because she got a show that is going to have City Girls. It's going to be this.
Excuse me.
The City Girls, the
rappers.
They're
going to be the stars of the show.
Yeah, I forgot the name of the joint, but yeah, and that's
okay.
Couple, but shout out to her. She's doing it though. Definitely doing it.
All right.
But yeah, man. But anything else, man?
Nothing else, man. Just trying to stay allergy free, which is impossible. And
it's that season started.
Yeah. And it's yard work time, so got a lot of work ahead of me.
Yeah, it is. But yeah. But on that note, guys, continue to follow us on IG and Instagram. Everything's blurred. All one word. Everything's blurred. Same thing on our YouTube channel. Keep subscribe. Yeah, man. So this is another episode 24. Mamba, Jack Bauer, Griffey.
The Kobe Griffey.
Bauer. Peace out, y'all.